Welcome back to my NBA 2K19 Road 2 series with my point guard who's in his senior year of his high school career. If you're still watching these videos and supporting, I have to immensely say thank you and show you my gratitude, because if it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be uploading this right now. The other day I went back on the part 1 video, and I saw the support, I saw the comments, keep doing what you're doing. No dislikes, over 170 views, over 15 likes, and for that I have to say thank you, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here right now. Speaking of that, get back to that one sec. I get my first in-game dunk of my high school career right here. Freshman, sophomore, and junior year, I never had a dunk in-game, but this one, I slam it down with my offhand actually. I throw it down with my left hand off of a steal. It's good to finally get that monkey off my back. I've been working on my vertical for so long now, and it's good to finally see that pay off. But we're 1-0 on the year. Buffalo High School's 1-0 on the year. Someone's walking out of here with their first loss, but I do record my first assist of the game right there as I dish it over to Donovan, who scores from mid-range. Now I throw it into Anthony, who throws up a little post hook of his own. Another assist credited to me. And I think the thesis of this episode is I think that these are the games that truly changed everything in my senior year. And if you watch the highlights, you'll see why I believe that. 1-point game here with 3 minutes left. I throw a dime over to Nick Woodson. He gets fouled, so my passes seem to be working here as I give the little double cross, slicing their defense, and I find my teammate who ends up getting fouled. You may be wondering why I have a wrist wrap and a knee sleeve I always play with, but I think I'll save that story for the next episode of the series. Don't think I'm ready to talk about that just yet. Pretty crazy memory. Anyway, I gotta stay focused. Coming back here, I give another assist to Anthony, who gets the friendly bounce. 3 assists here early on, not even including the pass that I gave to Woodson where he got fouled. Now this play, I'm gonna move off the ball right in the face of the defender. Their talented power forward try to close out on me. Both assets of my game are working early, my jump shot and my assisting. And at halftime, we find ourselves up 1 against the formidable opponent known as Buffalo High School. Our scoring's been pretty balanced so far. Everyone's contributing in their own way. Buffalo jumps out to a 5-point lead, but here's a steal by our tenacious defense. Running the floor is me. I stop short. I give a little behind the back dish out to Ferran with a very important 3 at this stage in the game, cutting the lead to 2. It will remain 2 now. It's 30-28. Another steal by our defense. Ferran throws it over to me in the corner. I don't have 3-point range yet, but I do knock one down right there. And that had a little bit of distance on it. I was a few steps out behind the 3-point line, but I gotta move on. I gotta keep my head in the game, and we seem to do just that on this play as Ferran tips the shot. Donovan goes full extension, corrals the ball that's sitting on the floor. That's the type of player Donovan is, always willing to get down and dirty and make those hustle plays. That's why he's such a coveted prospect between schools. Now, later on in the second half, another steal by our defense. Ferran tipped it. Donovan managed to get both hands around it, just like the previous block play. But now I put the moves on their power forward, using my body to spin past him, create space, and finish with the right hand. Time diminishing pretty quickly here as we only have 5.5 left to play, as I get my matchup up in the air with a pump fake, drive right past him. You can see I'm gaining some recognition right there. State Farm drive of the game. An easy 2 points, a very clutch 2 points at that though. We really needed that basket, but Buffalo would manage to take the lead back, 41-39. But it would turn into a tie game as I hit Ferran. He puts in the bank shot. 7 assists to my name now. We couldn't grab that rebound. That was a heartbreaker right there, as if we would have grabbed that rebound, pushed the floor up, maybe got a quick basket, we would have had the lead. But I still get that quick basket, throw it up to Donovan. The press is too slow. That's 9 assists to my name now. 50-49. We would begin to foul here, and this would make the time diminish to about 15 seconds. I foul the shooting guard on their team. He's got 2 chances at the line. First one's up. That'll go in. 2-point game. We have 13 seconds left on the clock. We had the foul so early with a minute left because there's no shot clock in high school ball. Second free throw is good from Simmons. We come back the other way. Single digits left on the clock. I look over to Ferran. He looks over to Nick. Nick looks to me. I have to jack it up. And it goes in. I force overtime with that clutch basket. Our offense was so stagnant. Nobody was moving. We had to just throw up a quick shot. Nick put it to me. It seems like I got it off on time. In fact, I did. We are going to an extra period of play. Let's put another 5 minutes left on the clock. See if we can pull this one out and remain undefeated. Somebody's got to have their first loss of the season today. I grab the steal. Ferran is running. We have that play down pat. That little oop to Ferran. It seems like that is just poetry in motion at this point. We can just pull that one off with ease. A little pick and roll action with Donovan. He gives it right back to me. A little give and go play. I'm wide open at the top of the key as the defense surrounded him under the basket. Moving on, 30 seconds left. A 2-point game. We just need one more stop. I get that stop. Another tip pass falls in the hands of Anthony. They choose not to foul for whatever reason. They were trying to force a turnover, but I drive right past their tall center who just could not keep up with me. I gave him a little cross. Got him reaching. That'll be the dagger. We remain undefeated. We are 2-0 on the year. I finished with 22 points, 11 assists, 3 steals. I thought this would maybe put me on the map a little bit, but after this game, my only scholarship offer so far is to NJIT. No other schools called me, but it's okay. We'll just look to the next game. Jumping right into it. Another away game. This time we are in the bright lights of Manhattan to take on Manhattan High School. These guys, well, let's just say they haven't really finished very high in the standings over the past few seasons. But the game would begin very slow as it would take almost 2 minutes for either team to score a basket. But I had another mismatch. This time I take it to him. Quick little crossover. I get the N1. Anthony's hyping me up. Even though I'm a pretty solid free throw shooter, I don't really attempt a lot in games. So let's see if I can make this one, and I do off the back rim and in. Now it's quickly turning into an ugly game as we might get upset here by Manhattan, but I don't want that to happen. I try my best to shift the momentum in our direction on this play as I throw a flashy behind the back pass to Donovan, giving some oohs and ahs from the crowd and from my teammates. We would score another basket, make it a 5-point game, and I'm going full speed, 100% both sides of the floor at this point. I try to drive past my man, and I'm almost out of control, but I do manage to get the foul. No harm done. I understand it was an accident, so me and my matchup, we made amends. But now it's a 1-point game. My flashy passing showcase would not be over yet. I throw that one behind my head. I get that over the defense to the very tall Anthony Thornton inside. Now I'm just running a play, setting a screen, but I'm wide open as I move without the ball. That's something I really want to focus on in my game. That's 7 points to my name. 5-point game it remains. Now we're in the second half. As I dish it into Anthony, I drive. The defense collapses on me, and I find him wide open under the basket. But despite us trying to claw and scrape our way back in this game, it's been trouble. These Manhattan high schoolers have been nothing but trouble for us, but we do manage to create a turnover there. I get a basket in transition from the low block. We cut the lead down to 3. I drive all the way. I draw more free throws. Again on the big man who fouled me earlier when I got the and one. I would convert both in that situation. Now Ferran from way downtown. He gets that one to fall. I only have 4 assists this game. My scoring's been my main weapon so far, but not in this situation right here. I blow an easy layup, but I do not give up on the play. Their shooting guard tries to come back and get a quick basket, but I'm going 120% this whole game. I sprint my way back, I tip it loose from his grasp, and now we are just one basket away from taking that lead. Ferran seems to come up clutch whenever we need it from behind the line. But 2 minutes later, and Manhattan would go on a little bit of a run. They would get the lead back. They have a lead of 2. That shot gets blocked. Anthony got the rejection, but he could not corral the miss. Then I just started fouling here because we really had no other options. The time would tick down to 15 seconds. I get an even better scenario as I get the steal. I come back, pump fake, finish through traffic. It's now a tie ball game. The clock would go down to 3 seconds. We are doing our best to hold on here. I'm pressuring the inbounder once again. I intercept the inbound, coming up the court. No time left on the clock. That's good. I just saved us from the upset bug from Manhattan High School, who was 0-2 coming into this game. We were 2-0, now we're 3-0. A game winner here, 2 clutch shots in these past 2 games. This is what I meant right here about these are the games that changed everything, it seemed. I finished with 20.6 assists. And after all the glee and celebration and happiness winded down, I got a phone call.
Hi, is this Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes sir, that's me. May I ask who's calling?
Well, John, it seems like your recent play, word of you and your play has trickled down to Miami. I'm Jim Larinaga, the head coach of the Miami Hurricanes. Now, John, we know that you're only a 2 or 3 star prospect, yet our point guard depth is dissipated in the off-season. We're going to send some scouts up to New York to watch you play over the next few games. We want you to visit the campus if it doesn't inflict on your schoolwork.
Well, sir, that sounds like an experience of a lifetime. I'd love to come down to Florida anytime you guys are ready.
But keep in mind, we'd rather get these tasks done with you sooner rather than later. We heard that other schools are sending scouts to your games. We want to be in the running. Anyway, young man, keep up the good work, Fitz. I keep hearing about Johnny Fitz. Take care.
You too, sir. Thank you for your call. Whenever we left Manhattan's gymnasium and after I got that call, I knew there was only one place I wanted to be at this point in time. I wanted to go right back on that Brooklyn Bridge, drive across it, over the East River, go back home to our gymnasium, my high school's gym, get some work in. And I knew if anybody wanted to come and get a late night practice in, it would be Donovan. And in this journal entry, I didn't write it until now, but Donovan actually accepted NC State's scholarship offer for basketball, so we might be potentially ACC rivals in a few months, and he's still out here helping me improve my game and letting me get work in with him, rebounding some balls with me. It's moments like this where I just have to be so thankful I have people like Donovan in my life, you know. I worked on everything I could, mostly outside shooting, because I still want to be more consistent at that and improve my 3-point game. But of course, I want to get a little bit more bounce in my play, so I, of course, want to work on my legs as well. But what was that Coach Larinaga said about other schools recruiting me? I wish I asked him to elaborate a little bit more. I might have other schools recruiting me, and he seemed pretty concerned about it. Are they schools in the ACC? Only one way to find out. I'm just going to have to keep working hard, seeing who else wants to give me a chance at the next level. But I'm going to have to sneak in back in my house. We lost track of the time, and it's now 2:30 in the morning. Getting caught by my parents? Man, that's the last thing I'd need right now.